G'day guys, Lemon Eating Cow here, and I am back playing Horizon on the PS4, and I will be continuing my Hunting Grounds series. This one is on the Spurflint Hunting Grounds, and it can be located here on the map. You have to be level 18 before you can tackle this one. Also, before you do this, I think you actually have to have these skills, or it helps anyway. Get the Silent Strike and the Low Profile, they're really going to help. As well as a set of armor that has the Hidden attribute or the Stealth attribute on it is also going to help quite a lot, as all these trials contain stealth in some regard. So the first trial is we have to do some sneak attacks or stealth attacks on I think 4 watchers that are prowling around the area. This can be a little bit of a waiting game, but because we're going to do this brute mode, we're just going to rush right in. What I like to do is run straight for a watcher and then hit square to do the slide, and then when I get close enough, I just tap the R1 and you should do the Silent Strike and kill these guys in one hit. Now the biggest thing is just learning where these guys spawn and where they patrol, but otherwise it's just a matter of running up to them and killing them, basically. You can still actually get caught if you get detected by any of the enemies. It's fine, you don't fail straight away, but you have to kill the watchers without them noticing you. The crabs can notice you, everyone can notice you, but as long as the watcher isn't alerted to your presence when you kill it, then it still counts as a kill. So as you can see, it's pretty easy. It's not so much stealth, but it's yeah, just running in and out and taking out these watchers. Now, when you've got to the last one, when you're on 3 or 4, I think the first time I just went, you know, stuff waiting around. So I ran straight for it and just slid into it and stealth killed it. So the game's really lenient with the stealth in this regard. There he is. He's just over the back here. And just another slide and R1, and it's as easy as that. The stealth mechanics in this game sometimes can be really good, but I think they're maybe a little bit too lenient. I'm playing on normal mode. I'm not sure if they're that harder on very hard or the hard modes, but yeah, I guess I'll find out when I start one of those games. Anyway, once you've done that, under the time limit, you'll just have to come back up to the Huntmaster guy here, and he will give you the Blazing Sun token. Again, the Blazing Sun tokens are very important for when you reach the lodge later in the game, as they'll unlock 3 unique, very powerful weapons. So the second trial is you just having to loot a few Shellwalker crates. This one is I don't know what they were thinking with this actually. It's quite easy. As long as you have a decent amount of stealth, then you probably shouldn't get noticed anyway. There's a group of crates up here on the left, but there is also 3 or 4 crates over on your right as well. You can get right up close to these crabs. I'm not sure whether that's because of my high stealth rating on my armor or what's going on, but they really don't seem to be paying that much attention at all. So it's just a matter of looting those crates back there. I think I've been noticed right now, but whatever. Again, if you get noticed, it's not a fail of the mission, this one especially. So again, use your brute force and just rush in there and loot these things as fast as you can. And that's it. There used to be actually an exploit where you could do this quest over and over again, and it would continuously give you the experience reward that you get the first time you do it, but that's not the case anymore. It has been patched out, so despite what anyone tells you, it doesn't actually work anymore, as you'll see when I hand it in. So once you've looted those crates, just head up back to the Huntmaster guy and hand it in, and as you'll see here, I got the Blazing Sun, which is the top reward, and he only gave me that box, not any experience reward. For the last quest, you have to kill a couple of stalkers. The stalkers are the animals, the mechanimals, I don't know what you call them, the robots that prowl around with the stealth on. So they can be a bit hard to see, but a good trick to making them show themselves is walking over the red flares that are placed around the map. There's one to my left there. And that'll alert most of the enemies to your presence, but it'll also break them out of stealth and make them pretty easy take down. So with this one, the first guy, I tried to be stealthy about it, but then I thought, whatever. And you can actually kill these guys with your best ammo. I ended up using the blast sling on them, which is really, really effective against them. Again, the blast sling is probably, in my opinion, one of the best weapons in the game. Here we go, we brought this guy out. He's a bit pissed off, but we're just going to beat the crap out of him. There we go, take him out pretty easy. I do have the upgraded spear. I have the Sylvan spear, I think, or Silent spear, so I'm doing a lot more damage. But as you can see here, I found a second stalker, and all I did was launch some blast rounds at him, and it cleaned him up really nicely. So forget the stealth when it comes to this one, just take him out as any way possible. And that is the 3 trials here done, in the most brute force way I could possibly imagine. Again, these are pretty easy. I recommend a good stealth armor and those stealth skills in the skill tree as well. So anyway guys, I hope this video helped you out. If it did, please leave a thumbs up. If you got any comments or suggestions, then leave them in the comments below. And if you haven't already, please don't forget to subscribe. This has been Lemon Eating Cow. Moo.